Waymo's 6th gen fleet has fewer sensors without compromising safety. Apple Podcasts now has a useful web interface for browsing and listening to shows. And Zoom can now handle 1 million simultaneous participants. It's Tuesday, August 20th, and this is Engadget News. Alphabet-owned Waymo unveiled its 6th-generation driver system on Monday with a more efficient sensor setup, despite having a reduced camera and LiDAR sensor count from the current platform. The self-driving ride's new setup allegedly maintains safety levels. Once it's ready for public rides, it will coexist with the current gen lineup. CNBC reports that the new system is built into Geely Zeekr electric vehicles. Waymo first said it would work with the Chinese EV maker in late 2021. The new platform's rides are boxier than the current gen lineup. The Zeekr-built 6th-gen fleet is reportedly better for accessibility, including a lower step, higher ceiling, and more legroom. The 6th-gen Waymo driver reduced its camera count from 29 to 13 and its LiDAR sensors from 5 to 4. Alphabet says they work together with overlapping fields of view and safety-focused redundancies that let it perform better in various weather conditions. The company claims the new platform's field of view extends up to 1,600 feet in daytime and nighttime in a range of weather conditions. Waymo says the new system has a modular aspect, allowing it to swap out various sensing components to match the specific conditions of each operating environment, like more stringent sensor cleaning for vehicles in colder cities. CNBC clarified that the cleaning system includes wipers that can clear most dirt and moisture. The company says the 6th-gen driver performs reliably, even in extreme heat, fog, rain, and hail, thanks to regular road trips to newer cities. That makes sense, given that its currently approved cities are all in relatively clear and dry climates. CNBC reports that Waymo tested in Detroit, Buffalo, and New York City. Currently, Waymo only operates in San Francisco, Los Angeles, Phoenix, and Austin. After launching in 2018, the company's fleet serves around 50,000 paid autonomous trips weekly. Waymo says the new generation already has thousands of miles of real-world driving experience and millions more in simulations. The company expects it to be ready for consumers sooner than previous models, about half the time, thanks to learning from the system's shared knowledge from its previous generations. Apple has just given podcast listeners an improved way to stream shows from its library on any device. The version of Apple Podcasts on the web has a look and feature set that is more akin to the company's standalone app. Not only is the platform accessible on any device via the web, but you'll get more tools beyond simply playing episodes, even if you don't have a desktop or mobile app installed. Through the web interface that looks similar to what you'd see inside the full app, you'll be able to browse shows, access your library, view top charts, purchase subscriptions, and more. Apple Podcasts on the web syncs everything with your Apple account, so play progress, favorite shows, and subscriptions remain up to date across devices. If you don't have an Apple login, the company says you'll be able to browse and listen, but that's it. Before this, you could listen to podcasts on the web, but you didn't have access to your library or any advanced tools most users want from a service. Zoom just announced that webinar calls can now support up to 1 million simultaneous participants. This is happening after various political groups used the video conferencing platform to raise money for Vice President Kamala Harris's election campaign, often by hosting calls with hundreds of thousands of people. The company now offers various tiers to accommodate large events. Customers can choose from webinars that feature max capacities of 10,000 up to 1 million attendees. These are single-use webinar packages that come with support from Zoom's event services team to ensure a professional, engaging experience for all. Despite being recently used for political fundraising, Zoom envisions a future in which these large-scale virtual events are common across the enterprise, entertainment, and public sectors. The company says, for instance, that celebrities and entertainers can use these webinar capabilities to host fan meet and greets and other kinds of virtual events. These events, however, do not come cheap. Booking a one-time webinar for 1 million people will set you back a cool $100,000. That's actually a good deal, as a webinar for 10,000 people costs $9,000, which is almost $1 per person. Before this change, Zoom only offered official support for up to 100,000 attendees. However, reporting by Bloomberg indicates that the company recently changed course as to accommodate the aforementioned fundraising events. This all started in July, when an organization called Win with Black Women held a Zoom call with more than 40,000 attendees in which they raised $1.5 million for the Harris campaign. This was followed by White Dudes for Harris with 190,000 attendees and White Women for Harris with 164,000 attendees. This could be a lucrative new revenue source for Zoom. After all, it wasn't so long ago that its stock sold for $560 per share, before dropping to around $60 per share. Thanks for listening. There's more to these stories and additional articles at Engadget.com. This episode features journalism from contributors Will Shanklin, Billy Steele, and Lawrence Bonk, and was voiced and produced from the boutique sound studios of Spoken Layer. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back tomorrow with more tech news from Engadget.